Moving along, this next guy, I just mentioned him twice. You guys are going to like him a lot. Everybody, give it up for my buddy Farley.
What's up, Hotspot? Make some noise. More noise. That's better. Now, does anyone realize that there's been quite a few comedians that come up here and talk about herpes? I did not realize herpes was that big of a problem with comedians. Apparently, we're the only ones that can get it. So anyway, I wanted to come up here and talk to you guys about how fucked up my life has been, like as a kid growing up and shit like that. My parents, they were assholes to each other. And I didn't realize it when I was young, because my mom and dad, they would like play, argue and shit. And my mom would look at my dad all the time and she'd be like, yeah, you have PTSD. And I'm like 5 and I'm like, dude, my dad was in the military. Awesome. And it wasn't until I was like 15 that I realized, wait a minute, there's a fucking G in there. What the fuck? So I go to my mom and I'm like, what the hell does that mean? And she goes, perk that's got a small dick. So I went to my dad and I'm like, you realize what that means, right? And he goes, yeah, and your mom's a cunt. Do you know what that means? And I'm like, no. No. So my dad didn't miss a beat. He just goes, crazily useless nagging twat. To this day, I can't figure out why they got divorced. Yeah. So it was then that I realized that my grandparents were the same way. Kind of different, but not that much. Like when I was 20, I went over and I was having coffee with my grandpa. My grandma walked in and she goes, so, you planning on painting the garage? My grandpa goes, yeah, about the time you decide to blow me. And my grandma goes, you have to hold an erection first. And my grandpa just goes, well, if your tits didn't hang to the floor and you'd shut your damn mouth, maybe I can actually get one. And it's about this time that I'm laying on the table just fucking laughing and crying because two things happened. Number one, I just heard some of the worst things ever come out of two of the coolest people I ever thought I knew. And number two, steaming hot coffee should not come out your nose. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that brings me to my childhood part, okay? So I told you how fucked up my parents were. So growing up, I was the oldest of 4 kids. So I was what my parents considered the tester child. So anything that they wanted to try out with the other kids, they were always like, give it to the big one. We'll see what fucking happens. Screw it. And they would always let me do stupid shit. Like, this one time I was running to a, electric socket with a knife. My mom's like, Mike, no, don't do that. Dad just goes, shut up. Let it happen. He'll only do it once. That's one of the best phrases a parent can ever fucking say, right? He'll only do it once. Technically, running into a light socket with a knife, he may only do that once. Ever. But no, and then I realized, there's a lot of shit I only did once, possibly. There was the light socket, jumping off the roof into a half-filled kiddie pool. I did that twice because the first time I missed. You guys think that's a joke? It's not. Really? My dad also forgot the camera. So, yeah.
I have a
he thought it was funny.
visual.
See? Anyone else do any stupid shit as a kid?
Yeah.
No? Yeah? What'd you do? One of you said yeah.
Me?
Oh, what'd you do?
I got ran over by a bike because I was running with my eyes closed. He still does that. The kid that was riding the bike was also with his eyes closed. I played that out very well.
It's like a whole new BMX sport. Blindfolded. Fuck it. No paramedics. Screw it. Yeah. You guys having fun tonight? Yeah. I just said that because I forgot what I was supposed to say next. Give me a minute. It might come to me. Oh, yeah, now I got it. Okay. So, along with the screwed up things I did as a kid, one of them was when I was 7, I had a pet goldfish. Anyone else have a fish when they were a kid? Yeah. One person and one guy said yeah. Okay. Well, with this fish, this was the first pet that I was ever allowed to have. So it meant a lot to me. And my mom one day comes up to me and she goes, "You need to clean his tank." And she turns around and walks away. And being 7, probably needed a little more instruction to that, right? Because I'm thinking, you clean a toilet with bleach. I didn't leave the fish in there. I took him out. I put him in the toilet because I knew that was already clean. So I take the bowl down and I clean it out, get all the gravel out, wash it out and everything, and put everything back in, fill it up with water, lukewarm, because I was smart. I thought about that. And take it back upstairs and set it down. I'm like, gotta get the fish. Go to the bathroom and the door's locked. So I knocked and I just hear this voice, "Be on just a minute." So about 5 minutes later, my dad pops the door open. "You didn't tell me your fish died." He didn't. That's actually all I got tonight, guys. I'm sorry I didn't plan out more, but thank you guys so much. Tip the bartender.
Keep it going for Farley. All right.